Hello guys, welcome back. Now in today's video we go over some mistakes that you should try to avoid that I've realized and compiled into a list. Now you can follow this, check in the timestamps in description and go check if you're doing any of those, maybe stop doing them, right? So first of all, let's go ahead and talk about the first point. The first point is always do the main story as soon as possible, because the main story is going to occasionally gate you and require you to reach a certain level to progress the story. After you actually progress the story and now you finish the new portion, now you have access to better stages. Now, the stages that we're talking about are the XP and the GP outposts. They're under challenge, the investigation and the GP outposts. Now, the investigation is going to behave like this. You're going to have a batch of 3, and after you do these 3, maybe you have more, because like early on you have a bigger story progression. At some point it's going to stop you, and it's going to be like, for example, you will be stopped at level 7. And now to do level 8 and progress and unlock a better stage that drops better rewards, you need to do the story. Now, to do the story, you need to get the level that they ask you to. So this is very important, to do the story as soon as possible, because as you can see, from 7 to 8, now we start dropping the yellows, which has a lot of XP. The purple one is 1,000. This is 5 times higher, and you just get 1, right? If you get 1, this is 5 times higher. So you want to improve your stages that you're going to passively farm, or like leave your characters there, and this continues up until the very end. And at the very end is the same, but the materials drop, the quantity is way higher. So that's what you want to do. Remember to do the story as soon as possible, so you get access to the extra stages. This also applies for the GP outpost. As you can see, I have been trying to clear up until Hell 3. I can't do it at the moment, but it was locked before at Hard 3. I couldn't do Nightmare 1 because I needed to do a story. Now I did it. The story ends at level 30. So the moment you reach level 30, now everything is open for you. Okay, so that was the first point. The second point, it's connected. Don't fall behind the XP stages. Remember that doing the story is going to unlock more of those. So if you are stuck doing 10, for example, while you could technically go and check and actually unlock until 16, that is a mistake. You are losing a lot of materials. It looks like it's the same, but they drop in a larger quantity. So this is not easier to do or faster, not necessarily, depending on what your progress is. So try and check occasionally, like very frequently, multiple times a day, early on especially, because you're gonna be doing a lot of story. How many stages? Like, try to push the latest stage for the most reward. Okay. The next one is sort of connected, which is like, okay, this XP materials are going to be used for your characters. Now, the characters, I don't know how lucky you are. If you are a free-to-play, if you're a spender, if you're a whale, you're gonna have a lot of characters that you want to level up. Now, you don't have to level up all of the characters. As you can see, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters level that I actually use. The other characters are in the backlog, and like they're sitting and waiting for their turn to be leveled. Why? Because these characters require a lot of materials. For example, to get Claws from 19 to 45, I am using 88 of the yellow ones. You know how much time it takes to clear like a stage or something like that. So be very careful. Don't start like leveling up this guy. Maybe check, find a tier list. Maybe I'll make one. You can find multiple tier lists online of characters that are used almost everywhere. There are a lot of characters that are used a lot outside of the 5-star. For example, this guy, D-Ting, Kloss, it's also a really good one if you happen to get her. This guy, it's free. Gray, really good. This guy is amazing. Best healer, almost best healer in the game as free to play. Then we have other characters like this one is also a good one. We have Kraken, which is another good one, especially for PvP. Then we have Dorothy the Wisher, is also good. Then we have Valerian, is pretty good, also in PvP. Then we can get this one, she is good for Doki Doki, Kazuyo the Reverie. And Then we have, I believe that's it for these characters, and then you add the 5 stars. But You can take this. Oh, then and Leon is free for you. Everybody will have Leon. So obviously, it's a good thing to level up Leon because she is connected to something that we're gonna talk about in just a second. Now, the next one, don't ignore the shop. What do I mean by that? I'm not talking about money. I am talking about the exchange shop. As you can see, in different portions of the game, the union, which is the guild, the summon shop, which is when you are pulling, the arena shop, which is the PvP, and the anima shop, which is you occasionally get this from events and stuff. There are really good materials here for you to get. These are the XP ones. These are the pools. These are materials that you need for ascending character and increasing their star rating for the next ascension, so they are stronger. So all of those items, especially the shadow print, the lattice, yellow lattice, the purple lattice is kind of easy to find. I would focus the lattice, the shadow print, the pulls at the end, and then some XP, okay? One mistake was to not save for the perfect lattice, for example, in the ETHERIA shop. Now, this is not going to be a big of a deal, because you can, if you do it immediately, you can get one, and then it will reset every week, and you will be able to get one lattice every week, I am assuming, because this is the release day 3, so it's going to be a little bit of a rush trying to get these items. Now, I made the mistake of not getting this first. You shouldn't. So now you know, right? And on the summon shop, same thing. If you are pulling, you should try to get the perfect lattice first and then everything else, because everything else is sorta easy to get. As you can see, the price is extremely high. This item is used for increasing the level of the skills. So this, well, it's a little complicated, but to TLDR, your skills have little passives inside that give you basic stats. It's like level 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, level 2, level 2.1, 0.2, level 3, level 3.1, 0.2, 0.3, right? They have a little bit of extra stats that they give you. When you want to actually evolve the skill from 1 point whatever to 2, actual level 2 that increases the gives you like a new passive or something new from your kit, you need the perfect lattice, the yellow one if we are talking about an SSR, otherwise the evolution one if we're talking about a 4-star, an SR. So these are finite and they're very scarce and they're very expensive, so try to focus them first, because you will be having a crazy progression compared to anybody else that didn't get these. Because you're gonna have bigger skills that do more, that ignore more defense, then give you more passives, that unlock new parts of the kit that make your character even stronger than other people didn't get, because there's only a certain amount of those they can get per week. So be careful on this, okay? The Union Shop, same concept. You can also use, you get the fragments, you can get 5, and you can buy, if you have 50, you can make the entire thing that you need, right? So you can get some fragments here and there. So that is the shop section. Now, when it comes to PvP, don't ignore the PvP. If you're playing this game, I am going to assume that you want to do PvP. Now, in PvP, why am I trying to rush you in PvP? Because on the rewards, you have weekly rewards for whatever you placed, okay? So if you place in gold, let's say, every week you will get 220 gems, which are 2 pulls, plus 1.1k of the arena materials there. As you saw before, you need 7.5 thousand to buy the lattice, and then even more to buy the rest. So you really want to get this on the fixed reward, and then at the season reward you will get even more. So the season is ending in 8 days, and the weekly, I believe it's ending like tomorrow or whatever, on Monday. And then this is one of the things. The next thing is hitting a certain threshold to get these materials and maybe like some extra stuff. Now, I'm not asking you to go to master necessarily for this item, or mythic for the lattice, which is the max rank. I understand I'm asking too much, but at least try to raise as much as you can now, before it's too late, because there is a lot of people that are going to obviously be max refreshing, spending money, having every character, right? So it's going to be harder and harder and harder. The more people progress, the more people get access to higher tiers of gear sets, better gear sets, better tiers, well-built characters, everything maxed out, right? At that point, it becomes a little bit harder to progress. Right now, there's a lot of random people everywhere, and you should just go around and kill them and raise your rank. That way, you can get free rewards very easily, and maybe get some extra rewards from the weekly and the season settlement. Okay, now. Don't ignore the union. Remember to do the union every day. You should do the check-in right here. It's going to give you, depending on the level of the guild, it's going to give the amount of people, check-in count in the phase. It's going to give you more rewards. It's also going to give you stamina back. So you're gonna have like a potential 100 stamina, some coins and other stuff, right? And you can use the stamina to do whatever you want, as well as the weekly. Now you're doing a weekly, you are getting yourself some materials, and you are contributing to the co-op points of the whole union, and there are certain thresholds that give you a lot of good things. For example, an extra stamina bottle over here, and more materials, a pool, and at the end they give you one yellow essential material, which is really good. You can also go and do the bosses of different elements. More rewards here, so you know, I wouldn't sleep on it every day if you could. And then on the union shop, as we saw before, you can buy all of these materials. I will buy this whenever we get to level 10. Now, next, there is something very important that a lot of people are indoctrinated, are like trained to ignore usually, which are the pets. Now in this game, the pets are called shells there are many shells in the game, multiple, like there's like hundreds, I would say, and they get better and better as you progress through the game. Now, these pets are really important because they help you give a potentially crazy skill that helps you a lot. They also give you the icons over there that can help you reach certain threshold of gear. I don't know why they up so much, that's insane. Certain levels of gear threshold that you need. For example, I need Onslaught 13. Thanks to the pet that gives me 3, I can now slot in something different that maybe has better rolls. Not in this case, but that maybe has like a higher tier and is giving me a higher number of whatever. Now I can afford to use it because I can still keep the onslaught in check at maxed out 45% thanks to the pet. Now the pet basically needs to help the character do whatever the character needs to do, plus they also give you a passive effect. I cannot show you on this guy because it's new, I don't have another copy, but other characters, as you can see, they can give you, unironically, like 10% increased attack. That's pretty huge. You can also get this on a higher tier, like 20%, 15% I think is the max, or maybe 20 if you get a yellow one. They can also give you two passives. They can find, if I can find it, yeah, there you go. They can give you 2 passive the more they level up. As you can see, Ryzen here is level 30, so you want to get multiple copies to then level them up, to then match the skill and whatever they give you on the set to help you on the gear, and then get good passives. And now, thankfully, you can reroll these easily by just doing empower, reconfigure, and then you click reconfigure, and then it's gonna use money, the pet money. There's a different currency to reroll the passive until you get something good. Okay. Now, don't use all of your crystals. Don't use all of them. Now, I don't know if you're going to be full refreshing every day. If you do, it's going to be minus 900 every day. So if you are one of those people, try to keep like 900 for every day. But don't use them all, because like 1k is a temple, sure, but don't use them all because you can also use them in the union, in the arena realm here to buy more tickets. So if you want to go around and like, okay, I want to climb a little bit more, the time is running out, I need more, you can do this. You can buy up to 10 tickets per day by using crystals. There are extra things here and there that I fear are going to require a little bit of crystals here and there to help yourself with like more tries and stuff. It didn't happen besides the ETHERIA. I'm just talking in general. In case we get something like that, I would keep like a little bit of savings. Never go to zero in my opinion, because what if you want to refresh one more time? What if you want to get one more ticket, right? At that point, maybe you can't because you have zero. If you're free to play, now you're fucked, right? Or maybe even a new banner comes out, you want to pull on it, and now you don't have anything. We don't know what they're gonna do, so keep that in mind and don't completely deplete all of your gems. Now, going back to the Lattice. When we go to prowess, we'll see that we can actually, I have one Lattice right now, right? And we can get this to level 2. Now, should I do that? No, not in this case. Considering the fact that I told you before that and how perfect Lattice is so rare at the moment, you shouldn't waste it. So be careful and check what the, because you can check what these skills are getting and which one is worth doing. It's probably not the case. It's probably not in a good thing to just go check what the hell is level 4, because you're going to need like 3 or something like that. It's going to be very expensive for you to get to level 4 and 5 immediately. Let's try and focus on the level 2. Which one has a good level 2? What are you using these characters for? What are they doing? And stuff like that. What do I need? Okay, this one is way better, way more impactful. This character is going to get way more power, way more quality of life compared to this other character. In that case, then sure. Otherwise, don't use it willy-nilly. Oh yeah, Lattice, okay, level skill 1, basic attack 1, level 2. This is like the biggest mistake you can make, and then this is gone forever, and then now what are you gonna do now? It's gonna feel extremely bad. Please don't do that. This is probably like the worst mistake that you can make. I haven't done that yet, luckily, but yeah. Now, next, what is it? Last? It's not last. Second to last. When it comes to stamina, don't use your stamina everywhere, randomly. Try to have a plan on what you need. Let me actually restart this. Have a plan on what you need. What do I need to do? Go do a threshold, go do a Grim Persuade, try to do async echoes, see what you get. When you are dying to whatever difficulty, at that point you go like, okay, what can I do? I clearly died because, okay, this gear is green and blue, I would like to get better gear. Or maybe, oh, this character is way low, way under leveled. Maybe I should level them up a little bit, right? Depending on what your plan is, what your situation is, you should cook up a plan on what to do. Based on that, you should have all the time something in continuous battle going on, like maybe some XP, maybe some GP outpost, maybe some threshold. One part, the automatic battle in background is going to do something, while you yourself manually, you are doing something else, because that is allowed in the game. I didn't think it was. It is actually allowed for you to do this. You can have the continuous battle farming XP, and then you can go to threshold and go do, but you need to do it manually, and go do like, okay, I want to do Aurora because I need to get this set. So you can do that, but you need to do it manually and like restart it manually and then like challenge like yourself, right? But this is basically literally double the progress in the same time. Like you are cutting your time needed by half. You are doubling the progress because you are using stamina to do exactly what you need to do, but it's important for you to have a plan. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting your stamina, especially if you are not refreshing every day, right? Especially if you are not refreshing, you don't have all of the stamina that you can use. You don't have 600 stamina, right? So very careful. Try to see what you need. Okay, I need a little bit of levels. You do a little bit of levels. Okay, done. Stop. To go do something else. Okay, maybe some better gear. Okay, got a better gear. Good. Boom, and then you go, right? And now you have you are using your stamina at least in the best way possible for you, or whatever your situation is. The last one, but not the least, the most probably important thing to remember, do not neglect the hyperlink. This is going to be one of the biggest mistakes in terms of rewards income, both pool-wise, crystal-wise, both like items in general to level up your character and make yourself stronger. If you are not caring about this and if you're like, okay, well, I need to level up, I'm going to go set a level up automatically on this stage that gives me a bunch of purples. Well, in reality, what you could have done, you could have just gone to Commission Chronicle and maybe you could have gotten like a lot of money over here and a lot of ascension materials for free. Just, oh, I didn't know I had to do Doki Doki 2 times. You do this one 2 times, you're gonna get 10k. You're gonna get 25k from here. You're gonna complete the panel, move to the next, and you can basically do this for every category and get a lot of items. If you check here the items that I got in the past days, look how many materials there are. A lot of gold books that early on you don't have access to besides these rewards, right? So this is very important for you. There are 5 different categories. This one is like general game. This one is leveling up an hero, and it's focused on Lian, which is free for everybody. So you can level Lian, always feel like you're progressing, because this is requiring you to do stuff with Lian, like get Lian to a certain level, get a certain gear, etc. And you go ahead and you go and you do these and you get extra stuff. You will also get, you don't see it because it's behind me, actually I can do this. You will also get 1 copy of Lian, which is insane if you think about it. She's not in the banner, I believe. So the only way for you to get copies is from this, as well as everything else. So be careful. This one is for the pets, same concept, but for pets. Then we're going into the arena, this same concept, but for player level and arena progression. This is same concept, but with gear related stuff. Get a certain piece of gear, get an X amount of progress on one of the bosses, get an X amount of I don't know, as you can see here, collect 4 outstanding better Bramble modules. Just get better gear that is this color, and you will progress this with time, right? So this is the last mistake that you can do that I can think of right now. If you have anything else to add, please leave a comment below. Feel free to ask me anything you might want, both there or on Twitch TV. Because I'm live almost every day. You can go there on twitch.tv/Jakazin and ask me whatever you want, okay? I'll be there and I can ask you and I can help you with whatever you need. That is it for today's video though. Thank you for watching and see you next time.